These are the top 10 developments as far as the ED's probe on Partha Chatterjee is concerned, who has now been arrested. And remember, he's all set to be brought back to the national capital through a transit remand. That's the latest update as well. Meanwhile, Partha's secretary, that is Sukanta, who has also now been detained as far as the probe is concerned. The ED officials are also at Arpita Mukherjee's residence. That's a close aide once again of Partha Chatterjee, who is being probed, and that's where they also found 121 crore worth rupees cash. There were jewels worth 50 lakh rupees that were also seized from her residence. Meanwhile, the BJP is now questioning the links to Mamata Banerjee as well as to her own Mantri. The BJP also has now tweeted out a video of Mamata Banerjee praising Arpita Mukherjee. This is a video that has been tweeted out from one of the BJP functionaries as well, that is Amit Malviya, questioning the role of the close aides of Partha Chatterjee as well as her own Mantri, that is Partha Chatterjee, who has now been in fact arrested by the ED. We cut across live to some reactions coming in.
लेकर आ गया, ये प्रमाणित हो गया, धर्म की चक्र वायु में घूम रहे हैं, जो सच चीज वो अभी सामने आ रहे हैं। इसके कारण हम लोग सब देखा है, दुनिया देख रहे हैं। जो पूर्व शिक्षा मंत्री, उनके जो घनिष्ठ है, जो मॉडल गर्ल, एक्ट्रेस, उनका घर में करोड़ों रुपया, 21 करोड़, उनका जो गोल्ड, फॉरेन करेंसी, इसके साथ साथ क्या है, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट एजुकेशन डिपार्टमेंट का एनवेलप भी मिला है। सब एकदम तालमेल, ये सब सामने आ गया। तो इसके कारण मेरा निवेदन है, मेरा आग्रह है, जो सारे गिरफ्तार हुआ, वो जितना जल्दी वो पैसा कहाँ जाता है, कहाँ है उनका रूट, ये बता देंगे तो पिरामिड का जो फाउंडेशन वो पता आ जाएगा। सारे ईडी और सीबीआई का जो इंक्वायरी वो जल्दी से जल्दी समाप्त हो जाएगा और पश्चिम बंगाल जो दुर्नीति मुक्त हो सकता है, और जितना दुर्नीति हुआ वो सामने आ जाएगा।
Mamata Banerjee, वैसे तो ED
We have now some more breaking inputs coming in. We have also now accessed the first visuals that will be on our screen shortly from now of the truck that is now carrying stash of cash. This is, remember, cash worth over 21 crore rupees that has now been seized from the residence of the close aide of Partha Chatterjee, that is Arpita Mukherjee. There have been jewels worth over 50 lakh that has also been seized. Meanwhile, the arrest has been made, and shortly from now we're expecting that court proceedings to also begin. Bhavtosh joining us on this broadcast. Yes, Bhavtosh, the first images of that truck carrying that cash worth over 21 crore rupees.
Yes, Richa, in fact, the truck itself needs security cover because the amount of cash itself that has been seized is mind-boggling. And ED officials have said that they, in fact, had to use the help of bank officials who came with a counting machine, and it went till early in the morning.
All right, we'll try to go back to Bhavtosh shortly. But remember, the ED has seized huge cash during the raids in West Bengal. There were simultaneous raids that were conducted at a dozen different locations across the state as well. Going back to Bhavtosh once again. Yes, Bhavtosh, even as we are awaiting those court proceedings to begin shortly, take our viewers through what all has been seized so far and the investigation by the Enforcement Directorate.
Well, 21 crore rupees of cash has been seized from the residence of Arpita Mukherjee, and ED also has said that large amount of gold and other ornaments have been seized from her premises and also from premises linked directly or indirectly to Partha Chatterjee. Now, the ED had to take help of bank officials to count the huge amount of cash that has been seized. Big embarrassment for TMC because they had always said that center had been using probe agencies to target them specifically, but this time around they have nothing to say because of the manner in which this cash has been hoarded at the premises of a person who is close associate of
फंड घोटाला हो, कोयला घोटाला हो, या फिर कट मनी हो, और अब जिस तरह से शिक्षकों का घोटाला हुआ और 21 करोड़ रुपया एक सहयोगी के घर पे मिला, तो आप कल्पना कीजिए कितना बड़ा घोटाला होगा। ममता बनर्जी जी भ्रष्टाचार के रिकॉर्ड तोड़ रहे हैं। ममता बनर्जी और अरविंद केजरीवाल जी में होड़ लगी है कि कौन ज्यादा करप्शन करता है। केजरीवाल जी ने डिपार्टमेंट कोई नहीं रखा, लेकिन बाकी मंत्रियों को डिपार्टमेंट देकर पूरी खुली छूट दे रखी है लूट करने की। मनीष सिसोदिया जी ने भ्रष्टाचार जो किया है, जो शराब की कंपनियों को जिस तरह से खुली छूट दी गई, 144 करोड़ रुपए वापस किया गया, ये अपने आप में दिखाता है पंजाब चुनाव से पहले कितना बड़ा घोटाला आम आदमी पार्टी ने किया और उस पर पर्दा डालने का काम किसी और ने नहीं, स्वयं अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने किया है। जो पहले भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ कभी बात करते थे, राजनीति में आकर खुद भ्रष्टाचार में इतना डूब गए हैं कि आज जवाब नहीं दे पा रहे हैं। कभी सत्येंद्र जैन तो कभी मनीष सिसोदिया तो कभी कोई और, एक के बाद दूसरा आम आदमी पार्टी का नेता भ्रष्टाचार में डूबा हुआ पाया मिल रहा है। तो ममता बनर्जी जी कहां पीछे रहती। टीएमसी स्टैंड्स फॉर द माउंटेन ऑफ करप्शन, द माउंटेन ऑफ करप्शन। एक भ्रष्टाचार का बड़ा पहाड़, एक अड्डा तृणमूल कांग्रेस बन गई है, उनकी सरकार बन गई है, जहां करोड़ों की लूट होती है। ममता बनर्जी जी मूक दर्शक बनकर चुप रहती हैं और उनके शासन में प्रशासन को लूट की खुली छूट है, उनके मंत्रियों को लूट की खुली छूट है। तो अरविंद केजरीवाल जी भी पीछे नहीं रहे, लूट की खुली छूट उन्होंने अपने मंत्रियों को दे रखी है। उनके इस्तीफे लेने की बजाय स्वयं मुख्यमंत्री संरक्षण करने आते हैं। अरविंद केजरीवाल जी जवाब देने से कतराते हैं। आखिरकार घबराहट क्यों है अरविंद केजरीवाल जी, डरते क्यों हैं, क्यों छिपाते हैं? क्या मनीष सिसोदिया जी और सत्येंद्र जैन जी का इस्तीफा लेने में डर लगता है कि खुद भी उसमें भागीदार हैं? आखिर कौन कौन इस निर्णय में भागीदार है, उन सबको जवाब देना चाहिए। एक भी सवाल का जवाब अब तक केजरीवाल जी नहीं दे पाए।
All right, meanwhile, the top Bengal Mantri, that is Partha Chatterjee, after being arrested, was confronted by Times Now with several pertinent questions. Take a look at that entire sequence while he was being taken away inside a car.
Sir, what about the money, sir? What about the money? What about the, any idea about the money, sir? Any idea about the money? Sir, did you, Arpita Mukherjee's house, the money has been found, sir. The money which has been found from Arpita Mukherjee's house. Sir, did you know Arpita Mukherjee? Did you know Arpita Mukherjee? Did you know Arpita Mukherjee, sir? Huh? Did you know him? Okay, but what about the 20 crore? What about the 20 crore which has been found? Sir, did you know about this scam?
All right, going across to Tamal, also joining us live from outside the court premises. So Tamal, any more inputs coming in? When can we expect that hearing to begin, where he will be produced in front of the court after being arrested? Meanwhile, we also showed our viewers the entire sequence when you confronted Partha Chatterjee. He was just nodding, not saying much.
Well, that's right. In fact, I did ask him that, do you know Arpita Mukherjee? To which he had nodded like this, and he did say that, yes, I do know her. And when I asked him as, what about the money? He said, I have no idea about the money. To come back to your question, I'm right outside the court, and Partha Chatterjee would be produced before the court, will be produced before the court in some time. Well, we cannot really confirm if the production has really happened inside the chamber of the magistrate, Chief Judicial Magistrate, because this is a high-profile case. Most of the media people are not even allowed inside the courtroom. So the courtroom is absolutely jam-packed. There are lawyers, there are media people. So maybe the production, I'm just saying a big maybe, is a possibility that Partha Chatterjee could be produced before the Chief Judicial Magistrate at the chamber of the Chief Judicial Magistrate, and thereafter the hearing can happen over there. So at this point in time, we cannot really confirm whether the hearing has begun or will begin. But given the fact that he has already been brought here, in all likeliness the production will happen. That is unavoidable. And after the production, we will also get to know whether Enforcement Directorate has gotten the custody of Partha Chatterjee or not. Why is this production important? Just not because he is being accused by Enforcement Directorate, arrested, and as per the protocol, this this production is important. Yes, that is important. But that apart, in this production, we will also get a sense as what all things that ED has laid their hands on. Mind it, so far from the last evening statement of ED, we know that more than 20 crore rupees in cash have been recovered from the house of Arpita Mukherjee. We also know, as a matter of fact, that amount has gone up to more than 21 crores, 22 cell phones, 22 SIM cards. There are other gadgets, of course, Forex, and then you have gold jewelry worth lakhs and lakhs of rupees. All have been recovered from the house of Arpita Mukherjee. And Arpita Mukherjee has been identified as Partha Chatterjee's close associate. So whether there is a direct link between the recovery and the Minister Partha Chatterjee is something that Enforcement Directorate might just clarify when the production happens.